Hi, this is Mark from Resq-MyTech. Been asked to do a short tutorial on a screen replacement on an HP MV15 with a 4K ultra high resolution screen, and as you can see there, the screen is quite badly damaged. Job start to job finish should take around about 10 minutes, shouldn't be too long. Only a few tools that you need. Tools that I'm going to be using to start getting the bezel off, a nice SMO tool. Once I get that started, I'll be using guitar picks to actually remove the bezel itself, screwdriver to remove the screws that hold the screen in, pair of tweezers so I can take the tape off the back of the screen to remove the connector. And what I've got there, I've got two sorts of tape. I've got a double-sided tape that is used for like iPads and stuff like that, quite strong, and I've got a bit of Captain tape which I'm going to use to hold the connector for the screen in, and a pair of scissors obviously to cut the tape. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to power the machine down. My associate is going to hold on to the camera whilst I do all the hands-on stuff, and he's going to do the filming, so I'll pass you over to him. There you go. So right, first thing, obviously switch the machine off, get the card out of the way. Now in most cases on a laptop, if you're going to do anything to do with the screen, you want to remove the battery. But as you can see on this laptop, it's got a solid base, the battery is internal, so without disassembling the whole machine to get the battery out, it's obviously going to be a little bit of a problem. So be very careful with the electric side of it, and we'll get started. So basically, switch the machine off completely. That's it. Starting at the top in the middle, just by the camera, use the ice SMO to start the bezel off. As you can see, it's come apart there, and then just use the guitar pick to work your way around all the plastic clips. Some of them might be a bit more stubborn than others, but it's literally as easy as that. Tilt the screen back as far as it'll go, and then using your finger just run along the bottom and it'll move the screen, the bezel off the screen, lift it out of place. From there, using a screwdriver, a number 1 Phillips will do it. As you can see, the screws are quite easily identifiable because they're screwed into silver tags on this particular model. So that's 1. 2. 3. And 4. As luck would have it, one would fall down on the inside there. I'll get that out in a second. Using your fingernails just on the metal tag, just basically lift the screen forward, and up here is where your connector is. Using the tweezers, lift up the sticky tape and gently pull the connector from the screen, and that's it, screen out. Just before we go any further, just going to find that screw that's decided it wanted to do a runner. That is probably bouncing on my desk somewhere, but that's not a problem, I've got more screws. Right, replacement screen. 4K ultra high definition replacement screen. Purchased it from laptopscreens.com. First thing to do is to put the connector back in. Now you want to do this slowly and carefully and make sure that it goes in completely. Not bend it or anything along them lines, so it's all in all the way. Put your tape down. What I'm going to do before I start reassembling the machine, I'm going to switch it on just to make sure everything all comes up. I'll turn it around a bit so you can't get any glare. And there we go, we've got a full display. So from that point on, shut the machine down. Wait for the light to go off, which it has. It's now just a complete reversal to put it back together. So I'm just going to use a quick bit of Captain tape to hold the tag down. If you haven't got Captain tape, just normal sellotape will be suffice. It's just that obviously I have got this, so I use that. And then the screen goes back in. Now this is quite a delicate screen, as I said. There is lugs where the screws go and hold it in place. So we put the screws back in. One. Two. Three. And quickly replace that one that I dropped. 4. That's so. Make sure the cable's all tucked underneath nice and neat, how it's supposed to. Right, putting the bezel back on. I like to use a little bit of double-sided tape because this is quite a thin screen, and I don't want the bezel to actually lift away from the screen. Tape I'm using here, like I say, is what we use on iPads, which is a very strong double-sided tape, but to be honest with you, normal double-sided tape will be suffice. Again, I'm using this because that's what I use for doing repairs with. Three. Right, now this is the delicate bit. Because of how delicate the screen is, this wants to be done slowly. So I put the bezel back in, make sure it goes down as far as it'll go, and then slowly start in the corner, clipping it all back into place. When you get down to the bottom, support the back of the case and just push it all back in. And there you go. That's it, all done. Power it back on. There you go, one screen repair done in just over 10 minutes. Thank you very much for watching. Again, this has been Mark from Resq-MyTech.